Is chivalry important to a divine feminine? What's a knight to a high priestess? If there be any virtue in an action, the return goes to those who choose to invest or carry out that action. It is no loss or addition unto those to whom the action is given or withheld from. This knowledge speaks to truth manifested as a result of that which is taking place within the heart, and thus an outflow or outward manifestation rather than a projection. That which is projected tries to force virtue, which is why the outcome has a wasting effect. Power belongs to truth. Therefore, empowerment is experienced by those who align with truth. This reflection was sparked by the challenge of the ego. A man got to a door before I did, and he opened it and walked right in. The ego said, "Now, would you look at there? He didn't even hold the door for you, girl, let alone let you walk through the door first." I quieted my mind as I waited patiently for the man to order his food. I subdued the lie that attributed my value, my worth, to the actions of another. I took out my phone and began to write these words. As I continued to reflect on As I continued to reflect, the ego's suggestion was no longer heard. Instead, I found myself delighted as I continued to accept the truth and the peace that overcame me. As a result of that, it was now my turn to give my order, and my whole experience with everyone thereafter was very pleasant. And I was then reminded of true power and how it's within me. It had nothing to do with others and everything to do with the information I chose to subscribe to. These men began to mirror me. At least this was my experience at the time. Not because I checked them, right? But because I abided in the truth. By the time I paid for my food and headed over to get condiments, the man who walked through the door before me saw that I was waiting. I reassured him I wasn't in a rush and that he should take his time. I gave him the same courtesy I would want the customer behind me to do if I had to get a lot of condiments for my family. We exchanged words that caused us to laugh as he briefly shared wanting to make sure he got what he needed for his partner, as he gave me the impression that he was eager to please her. I responded, "Hey, you'll get a return on that investment." And he was like, "I don't want to be on the couch." So I would like to think so. As he wrapped things up, he let me know I was welcome to get what I needed because I gave him space and was not encroaching upon that. He wished me well, and I did the same. And I continued about my day vibing high, gaining yet another experience with the power of truth and its benefit when it's embraced over a lie. Now, what are the benefits, you might ask? My will was empowered to stay centered, right? Understanding that this is not something that is found without, but within. I was kept from projecting insecurity because by the misinformation, you know, I was kept from projecting insecurity because the misinformation that tells us security is found in a man, right? Yeah. I don't think I wrote that right. Sorry, I just realized I'm like, wait a minute, how am I saying? I want to make sure that comes out clear, okay? I was kept from projecting insecurity, right? Because I didn't embrace that misinformation that tells us security is found in a man. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, ancestors. Because of this, the value of my soul was beheld, that its value is indeed priceless. Therefore, no man could convince me to devalue my soul as if he has something to give of equal exchange for that. In other words, I would not be impressed by a man who tries to sell me on connecting with him for quote unquote benefits of having a door held open for me to walk through, should I be his girl or his wife. Whether a man chooses or chooses not to, I am valuable. So there is no hard feelings that would have me turn in on myself as to take inventory to change and the effort to get that type of reaction out of men, to prove to myself that I am feminine, a goddess, and worthy of love or adoration. I already am receiving that in my awareness and love for myself. So again, whether they acknowledge that or not doesn't take away from my divine essence. I am the gatekeeper of that which lies within me. So it's my responsibility to be accountable to that and no one else's. So again, I ask, if you choose to reflect, is chivalry important to a divine feminine? What is a knight to a high priestess? Thank you.